Yo, what's going on, guys? We got new stuff, y'all. So, yeah, stay tuned. All right, y'all. So, it was time to level up the sim racing. Definitely been in the works for a while now, but went ahead and got Moza R9. Then what I did was got the CS racing wheel. The original round part of it is still here, but I went ahead and added the turn racing half wheel so I could separate the roll car stuff and the racing stuff. Now, as of right now, my plan is to use this for GT4 and cup cars and work my way up through iRacing, right? Moza CS button box kind of surprised me. I'm still gonna mix in my initial impressions. Forged carbon paddles, LEDs, has a decent amount of buttons on the front of it too. Of course, nothing compares to having something like the SF1000. So that is one aspect I do miss. But with that being said, the driving has been way better. Since I got the new stuff. I only had a limited amount of time driving on the CSL DD, so I can't confidently say enough to give a comparison. However, one of our friends, one of my buddies, George, he does have a CSL DD, so once he gets his boost kit, we'll be able to give a more direct recent comparison. With that out the way, let me go ahead and throw this on the rig, and we'll get some driving in. We are in ACC. For some reason, it was giving me a little trouble on Automobilista 2. .488 spot. Moza R9. So this, the paddle shifters, or the, what's his name, still isn't dialed in. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I still gotta dial in the shift light, but it's a whole lot stronger. Than the T300 is. Out of the box, it feels pretty good though. My plan is to do a turn racing half wheel, 320 millimeters, but it's got some strength to it. Yeah, that's pretty good. So by far, one of the big reasons I went with Moza was the quick release. Although I do miss the SF1000 and the features it has. One of the things that turned me away was the T818. Not really having a wheelbase that was meant to handle the power output. It was kind of like an afterthought. All right, the SF1000. All right, well, we have an adapter to add on to it, and So we want to keep our ecosystem compatible both ways. I don't think they should have done that. I think when you throw double digits of torque, everything should be designed for that and then go backwards. But let's go ahead and get this all plugged in, all set up, and we'll do a drive with the half wheel. Show you guys that to people. Anyway, wanted to go ahead and show you the wheel in action with the half wheel on here. Part of the plan is to get a sequential shifter. I already have the shifter mount, I just haven't used it. But you know, for cars like this, they still have sequential shifters. So I want to run that with the Fanatic sequential / 8 pattern. I think that'd be really cool. You know, kind of put it right here, boom, 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 work your way through the gears. But I mean, the wheel is fantastic. Like, I had a really good race on a Assetto Corsa Competizione not too long ago after getting this wheel. And the nice thing too is I've been able to run more degrees of rotation since it's so much faster, and even faster since I added this and got rid of the original round part, which again I'm going to use for a different purpose. Won't need a button box for that. I'll have the pattern shifter right here, and you know, I'll buy another Moza QR and just bolt it on. But anyway, let's go ahead and we're at Watkins Glen CLK LM. Just want to put it on display. It's a little funky getting it set up because Moza's not just a wheel you select. You have to do like generic. You have to do custom, then you do generic, and go from there. But yeah, let me go ahead and right here, you know, and like fake bias. Honestly, I'm really happy with the setup. Josh compared it like a baby DD1 more than a CSL DD. So take with that what you will, but can't recommend this setup enough. I was lucky enough to find it open box, and again, the turn racing thing is nice because as opposed to other, you know, wheels for this purpose, they're usually Alcantara. This is a nice leather, so I won't need to continue to clean it. But yeah, I'm loving this combo. I think it's really fun to do formula driving, like late 80s, early 90s kind of formula style wheels with it. So yeah, and then as far as the timeline goes and what gear I'm going to do from here, a chassis should probably be next, but I do want to do a formula style wheel with the screen for my inputs, so I can have all my data right here. And then I do have a monitor stand, so the plan is to move the PC, have a permanent home so nothing needs to move, and get that perfect field of view without having to look down and over, which is part of the reason I kind of got in the wheel screens anyway. So yeah, basically I have no regrets on this. Gonna need a chassis. gonna need monitor. So feel free to comment any recommendations. Should I do Leox? Should I do FSR? Should I do something else entirely? I'm leaning towards I'm leaning towards the Leox. Sim hub stuff. I can get extra paddles. The Moza FSR Josh also has, so you know, I kind of don't care to have the exact same stuff as everyone else, which is good because then I can do a three-way comparison as an SF1000 owner, Leox owner, and then some time with the FSR. So, all right, last question before we close out the video. Which camp do you guys lean more for GT3 driving? Having this, but starting with the 330 millimeter, it's made me kind of reconsider what I want for my GT3. So like on one side, I would want to do the RS with the 320 version of this. I think that would be a pretty good combo. On the other side, like, you know, just get the Leox, be done with it, because you get the Leox or the FSR. Not only do you have a GT3 wheel, but you also have a Formula and LMP wheel, and the whole goal is to get to a point where me and Josh and whoever that third person may be do LMP racing on iRacing and stuff like that. So let me guys know which one you would do. I'm kind of leaning towards doing the RS and just kind of going with that. Wish they sold that button box standalone, because if they did, I would really get that and do the turn racing 320 for my GT3 cars. So anyway, stay tuned. More sim racing content is on the way. I just released a video comparing all 4 GTP cars in iRacing. Next video I would like to do on iRacing is probably comparing the GTE cars. So yeah, stay tuned. A lot of sim racing stuff is coming. GS is going to get back on track a little later in the year, but this was not my first impressions. I'll add those in, but I guess you could call this like a 3-week review and kind of where I'm at, just like a update on the setup. So like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned.